Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am testing Teckwrap'S new metallic pearlescent heat transfer vinyl. They were kind enough to send me some, so I am very excited for this video. Teckwrap has really unique and fun vinyls. I've been crafting with their material for several years now. This HTV has a soft metallic matte finish and the colors are really beautiful. I'm going to make 3 different projects in this video. Here's a picture of all the different colors that they have for this vinyl, and I will link this down in my description box. For my first project, I will be adding these vinyl colors to a t-shirt. First, I'm going to grab my SVG. I'll go to Upload and select this one. I'll leave a link for the SVG down in my description box. It is so cute. I love it. I am going to make it 8 inches for the width for my t-shirt. I am using a small size t-shirt. Now what I want to do is change the colors around. I'm going to be using 4 different vinyl colors. Typically when you have an SVG like this with so many layers, you ungroup the entire thing, but then there is other groupings inside of that, which kind of sounds confusing, but if I click on this first one, you can see that the orange flowers are grouped together. You can see down here that they aren't attached, so when I'm done changing all the colors around, I am going to have to attach all the like colors together. When trying to figure out what colors I want to use, I have a really fun hack. I am going to go over to the Teckwrap website. Here's all of the colors. I'm going to scroll up, and the first thing I'm going to do is find the fuchsia. I've already played around with this, so I do know what colors I want for each wording, but I'm going to show you what I do here. Here's the fuchsia. Then at the top, I have downloaded a color picker, I believe is what it's called. You just Google that and then you can download it onto your computer. And I don't know if it's a download or you install it on your computer. I'll try to leave a link down below for the color picker. But what I do is I select on the vinyl. You can see at the top right that it copied it. Now I'm going to go over to Cricut. And the Be Bold, I am going to do that fuchsia color. It had copied a code for me, so what I do is come in here and I highlight over the whole thing and I hit paste. I hit Command V. I'm using a Mac, so it might be a little different on a Windows computer, but as you can see, it changed it to that color. So this is as close as I can get to that same vinyl color, and you don't have to do this. I just do this because it really gives me a good idea of what my colors are going to look like together. I'm a very visual person, so it helps me visualize exactly what it's going to look like. Be Bright is going to be the same color. Now that I have one of the colors on here, it'll save it at the top, so I can just hit that purple fuchsia color. Now for the smiley faces, I am going to go back over here. I won't show you with every single one, but I'll give you just one more example of it. This one's going to be iris purple, so I will grab this color picker at the top again. I will select it. Obviously there's darker and lighter shades. I'm kind of going with the darker shade. And you can see at the top right that it was copied. Now once again, I'll go back to Cricut. I have the smiley face selected and it's going to be very similar to what color is already there, but let's just try it. We'll hit paste. You have to hit enter and look how similar that color is to the other one. But I'll click on the smiley face again and I'll select that one. I'm also going to have the stars, which when I click on the stars, it clicks on the Be Bright because that is a top layer. So I'll just come down here and select it in the layers panel and I will select that same purple. Okay, now I am just going to change the rest of the colors. The squares are going to be a blue color and the flowers and the BU are going to be a different shade of blue. So I will just go ahead and follow the same process and add that to those. Okay, I've changed all my colors. Now I need to attach these. I want to attach Be Bold, but I'm not going to attach it to Be Bright because I want to place those on separately. So what I'm going to do is just attach Be Bold. Then I will just attach Be Bright. Now I'll click on these flowers. These are grouped together. I can just go down and hit attach. For BU, it looks like I need to attach that. Also, the layers panel is your best friend. It basically tells you exactly what you need to know. As you can see, it's showing that these are all attached here. If I keep scrolling, that's attached. I have no idea what these little red things are. I am going to delete those. Now here's the smiley face. As you can see, it's grouped together, but it needs to be attached. Here's the other smiley face. I'll hit attach. Here's all of these squares. If I wasn't hitting attach, these would be completely random on the make it screen, so you do want it to all be attached here. Now I'm just going to scroll through the layers panel and just make sure everything is attached. The diamonds are not, so I am going to hit shift on my keyboard to select both of these since they're not grouped together for some reason, and I will hit attach. All right, now I'm ready to click make it. These purples are showing up on different mats, so they must be different colors for some reason. So let me go back. I am just going to change this. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that looks better. Now I am going to mirror all of these since I'm using HTV. Sometimes I slide this down a little bit because there's not a lot of room to cut with my scissors. I'll hit continue. For my cut setting, I will use everyday iron-on. You'll want to place the carrier sheet or the shiny side down on the mat, then the Cricut will cut it out. When I'm done, I just kind of pull it off of the mat and I cut around my design. I like to put the whole entire roll on the mat. That's how I've always done it. I don't like to try to guess where I need to cut my vinyl. Then I load the other colors as well and the Cricut will cut out those designs. I'm ready to weed it. This weeded so easily, so the everyday iron-on setting worked perfectly for me, and it was just very smooth and easy to weed. When I'm done weeding, I cut in between those purple wording. I don't show it here, but I also try to cut the carrier sheet down as much as possible, and I'll show you in a second what I mean. I'm using my HTV Ront Auto Heat Press for this. I have it set to 305 for 10 seconds, which is what I want it set to. I place my t-shirt folded up on the tray. This way I can preheat it and find the center at the same time. I push the tray in and it'll automatically press it. I do it for almost the full 10 seconds. I just did a review on this auto press, so I can leave that link down below. I am absolutely loving it. You can see when it's done, there is a line going directly down the center of the shirt. I just think this is so cool and easy. I've done it this way for years. Now I'm ready to add my vinyl pieces. I have folded this in half. You can't see it, so that way I know where the center is, but you can also see where I cut the carrier sheet as close to the vinyl as possible. I just do not like to overlay any of the carrier sheet. Sometimes it shows some lines. I'm going to do this base layer first, then I will go in and add the rest of them and press it separately. I move the collar of the shirt off of the tray to get a little bit more even pressure, then place my Teflon sheet on top and push the tray into the machine. I don't let it go the full 10 seconds since I'll be pressing it again. I let it go about 5 seconds. Just press any button for it to stop pressing, then I pull the tray back out. Now I'm ready to take the carrier sheet off. I did this when it was still warm, and you can see that even though it was only 5 to 6 seconds, it still adhered really well to the shirt. Now I'm ready to add the rest of the pieces, and like I said, I cut the carrier sheet down as much as possible. I just don't like it overlapping. Sometimes it'll show some lines in the vinyl. Place the Teflon sheet on top again, and this time I press it once again for about half the time. It ends up being about 6 seconds. Then I just go through and peel off all of the carrier sheets. If you look really closely, you can just see just a little bit of the indent of the carrier sheet, so I decided I would press this one more time and do it for the full 10 seconds. Did a really great job getting rid of those indent marks. I probably just would have done it 5 seconds instead of 10, but I still think it looks okay. Here's how the shirt turned out. I think it looks so beautiful. I love the metallic colors, and the vinyl is very thin and stretchy on the shirt, which is really nice. I also just love this design. It is so fun. For my next project, I'll be adding this heat transfer vinyl to these leather bookmarks. I love adding HTV to bookmarks. I'm really excited to test this out. First, I am going to go over to shapes and I am going to grab a guide that kind of looks like my bookmark. I'll select this one. I'll change this to a guide. Now I'm going to make this the size of my bookmark. It's kind of random measurements, but I found it online where I bought it on Amazon. It's 7.48 by 1.38. Oh, I forgot to hit the unlock button. I don't think the indent into the bookmark goes in quite that far, but that's okay. Now I am going to grab my SVG. I thought this was the perfect SVG. My husband always tries to talk to me when I'm sitting there reading, so it's not for my kids, it's for my husband. I am going to rearrange this so it fits on the bookmark. There's different layers here, so I need to go up and hit ungroup. Since the layers are all still selected, I am going to make this a little bit smaller. It keeps it all the same size. Now I'm going to move everything around a little bit. I'm going to grab I'm and reading. I'll just select both of those. I want to align that, so I'll hit align center horizontally. And I'm just going to eyeball everything else. This one, I think the bigger diamond I want on the other side. So I will go up to flip and I am going to flip horizontal. Then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I like how that looks, so I am going to highlight over everything. This is going to be just one vinyl color, so I am just going to attach it. It automatically makes it one of the colors, yellow, but I'm just going to change it to green. Now I'm going to make this fit inside my bookmark guide. Okay, I think that looks good. I'll hit make it. Since this is HTV, I'm going to mirror my design, then I'll hit continue. For my cut setting, once again, I'll use everyday iron-on. I'll grab my green vinyl. This is the teal, I believe. I'll cut this out on the Cricut, then weed it. I'm curious if anybody has tried any of Teckwrap'S HTV. If you have, let us know which ones you like to use. Using my Easy Press Mini and set it to the low setting. I line my HTV up on the bookmark and then I just run my Easy Press over it for about 20 seconds. I don't use a Teflon sheet because it has the carrier sheet protecting it already. Also kind of like that I can see where I'm running my Easy Press over it. It's a little bit harder with a Teflon sheet. When I'm done, I remove the carrier sheet and it adhered so well to the bookmark. It comes with these nice tassels, so I just attach that and then I'm done. This was so quick and easy to put together, and it would make such a great gift if you do any book clubs or book exchanges. These would be so easy to personalize for something like that. Moving on to my last project, I will be adding HTV to these bags to make little restaurant busy bags for my two daughters. First, I want to create a guide that is the same size as my bag. I'm going to click on shape and just grab a square. Then I'm just going to make it the size of my bag, which is 8 by 4.5 inches. I'll come up here and select guide. Now I'm going to grab my font. The font I'm using is called Handwritten. Then I'm going to type in Quinn's Restaurant Survival Kit and Emmy's Restaurant Survival Kit, which really it should be called Mom's Restaurant Survival Kit, but I'm just going to type that in. I love the little hearts on this font. I think it is so cute. Now I'm going to my line spacing and I'm bringing this closer together. I think that's cute. I'll just bring it in, and I actually really like the size of this. I might make it just the tiniest bit bigger. Now I'm going to type in Emmy's Restaurant Survival Kit. Then I'll do the same thing with the line spacing. This is size 75.11 for the font size. I think I'm just going to make this the same. Quinn's is going to be that rose gold color, so I'm just going to make it kind of a pink color. And Emmy's is going to be a blue color, so I'll just make that blue. Now I'm ready to go to the Make It screen. I am going to mirror both of these. Here's the two vinyl colors that I'll be using. I'll have the Cricut cut out the designs, then I will just weed them out. There was a couple little bubbles in the blue vinyl. You can't even see it, I don't think, but I just grabbed my brayer tool and it just smoothed it right out. Look how gorgeous this blue color is. I'm having a hard time choosing a favorite color, but this one's very pretty. The bag had quite a bit of fuzz on it, so I took my lint roller and just cleaned that off. I'm using my 9x9 heat press for this. I set it to 285 degrees for 30 seconds. For my second press, I bumped it down to 15 seconds because 30 was a little too hot. After I preheat it, I line up my vinyl, then I press it for the full 30 seconds. I do put a Teflon sheet on top to protect the bag. This is made out of cotton canvas, which isn't my favorite for adding HTV to. It does seem to struggle a little bit with this. You definitely want a pressing pillow underneath. Sometimes you can put one in the bag. You can see how it looks a little bumpy there. It probably was just on there too long, but it did adhere pretty well. You can see the adhesive coming through a little bit through those letters. That's because it just got too hot. Now I'm going to try this one, but at 15 seconds instead of 30. If you're using an Easy Press Mini, I'm guessing the low setting would work for it. The 15 seconds worked perfectly. It adhered well, but not too much. I still just don't love the cotton canvas bags. I bought some little keychains to make it a little bit cuter though. Here's a final look of how these turned out. I love that blue contrast on the black. It looks very pretty. I can throw in some crayons, some papers to color, cards, Hot Wheels, some little Polly Pockets, and things like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm showing the t-shirt one more time because that was my favorite project. Let me know which project was your favorite and let me know if you plan on trying this out. It is very fun. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my other videos.